If you're new to Amazon and you're just getting started, one of your first questions is going to be, what the hell do I sell? After that, next question is going to be, where do I source it? And your third question will be, how much stock should I get for my first order? In this video, I'm going to show you how to work that out.
All right, so Melissa Saunders. Let's talk about Melissa Saunders. Lovely, Melissa. Neil, how would I best forecast my inventory levels for the first 8 weeks prior to having sales data, which is a kind of another way of saying how much stock should you order for your first order? Okay, that's kind of another way of saying that. So, well, the first consideration, so I'm going to give you the kind of bullshit answer, which is a terrible answer, but it's an important consideration, okay? And then I'm going to give you the business answer. So let's talk about the bullshit answer first. The bullshit answer is that is going to be dictated by your budget. Like, if you can only afford to order 100 units of something, then that's what you've got to go with. You've got to go with what your budget allows, all right? Which is a reality of life for all of us. We only get so much money unless you're Jeff Bezos. So we can only do so much. So that has to be your primary consideration is what can you afford? Where are you at as far as your budget? How much budget flexibility do you have to order stock? Bullshit answer, but true. Business answer. Business answer is, first thing you got to work out, well, you want to order 90 days of stock. Let me show you why 90 days of stock is so important. So let's just move my screen on title number 5. So 90 days of stock. So the first thing we want to do is we want to have our production time. Let's just bigify this. Production time is the time it takes your factory from when you place your order and pay your 30% deposit to when your order is ready. All right, that's production time. And typically that is going to be around about 25 days, depending on what you're getting produced. It might be more, it might be less, but that's a good kind of, rolling average for you if you're getting a factory to produce your stuff rather than buying it from a trading company who will have the stuff already, okay? But you'll pay more. Anyway, so production time, boom. Next is shipping time. And again, let's just take an average here. So your average will be approximately, if you ship via sea freight, let's just assume you're doing sea freight, then you're looking at around about 35 days. And that includes that 5 days is a fudge factor for if you're stuck, if your products get held up a little bit at the destination port, so the port of entry, if they get held up a little bit there, 35 days is pretty good average, okay? So there's that. And then you want to have some, so that's all happening, great. Then you want to have some time to have your stock actually make some sales, which is cool. And so if you factor in, I don't know, like 25 days worth of sales, selling days, there's a whole raft of other metrics you can use for this, but that gives you something decent before you've got to order again. Okay, so that means, what's that? 85 days, so 90 days, which is what I normally do. So therefore you need approximately 90 days of stock, okay? So next question then becomes, well, how many sales per day am I gonna make? How many sales per day am I going to make? And for that, the answer is, I've got no idea. But here's how you can at least get a bit of a estimate of that. So one tool you can use is FBA Toolkit. So this is great. It's free, does not do Australia, so that sucks, but it's a free piece of kit that will give you some data about what's going on, all right? So what this does is it just looks at the BSR rank. Let's just go and find a product. That'll do. Looks at the BSR rank and then extrapolates out from the BSR rank. Number 3, holy shit, in kitchen and dining. Holy crap. So extrapolates out from that. Health and household, toys and games, home and kitchen. Oh, kitchen and dining, here we go. Number 3, that's the bestseller rank for that particular product, okay? So I'm looking at other products and I go and look at the top 10 products in the category niche I'm going into. And then I do this. I look at what their BSR is in that specific category. I click on go, and this says more than 134 sales and more than 52 sales per day yesterday, okay? Which is a lot, So I'll do that for the top 10, and then I'll take an average of that, and that is one data point that I use to suss out what I can expect to make sales per day, given that I rank my product page 1 somewhere in the top 10, all right? Because that's all you can really get to. So that's one data point that you can use. The other one I use for Australia is eBay. So let's just go search for bike pump. Because eBay, you know, in Australia, a lot of people buy on eBay. Very, very good platform. You should be selling on there if you're not. What is this? Geo mountain bike fork shop pump, bicycle mini floor. That is what I want. So I'll go and click on that. Sponsored, but it doesn't really matter. And again, I'll just do this to the top 10 listings, okay? I've only sold one. That means they've only just gone launched. Maybe that's a bad idea to do it for that particular one. Let's ignore sponsored. Neil, you idiot. Fork, shark, pump, fork, bicycle, mini. There we go. 958 sold. Click on that. And now you just go and look, how many a day are they selling? So what? If you look at that, that looks like from the 5th of January through the 1st, what they've sold maybe 15. So one pump every 2 days. And I do that for the top 10 sellers as well. So I use that as another data point. And then I take those data points and I say, well, on average, it looks like for my bike pump selling on Amazon in Australia, I probably make about 1 or 2 sales a day. Therefore, 90 days worth of stock, I need to order between 90 and 180 units. That's as good as you can ever get it. That's as good as you can ever get it. And you've kind of got to take a little bit of a punt, but that's what I do anyway. That's kind of where if I'm thinking about how much stock I'm going to order, that's exactly what I do. Hope that helps. Hi, I'm Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, and we've helped over 2,000 people right here in Australia start their very own profitable Amazon business and go from 0 to over $50 million in sales and growing on Amazon right here in Australia. We're the largest community of online sellers anywhere in Australia, and you can find out more at AussieOnlineEntrepreneurs.com.au.